Welcome back to episode 8 of Pawns and Patrons. Our party are returning home triumphant from the swamps with their 2 hunted prey, 1 mind-controlled elk, and 2 an 80-kilogram catfish that they hauled out of the swamp. And they're arriving at about the same time as Naverst himself. I think you're like 200, 300 feet back in the swamp, and you see Naverst and his companions walk into the house, greeted by Reb Ruiz. So, Fiona, you just uncovered something perhaps a little bit unsettling. What do you do as you see these people return to the home and your companions returning victorious?
2 things. One,
we're like cheering, like, whoa.
Henley is swaddled in bed, so I don't want to leave them defenseless. So I kind of like loosen the swaddle a little bit and like lay their weapon by them and be like, "I'll be right back, bud." And she's gonna try and get out a door around the people and kind of intercept her party without being noticed by the frogs.
Wait, I want to click show to players now just to get this on screen, and maybe we can get it framed enough that our fans at home can read while we're talking about other things. So you're trying to like squeeze downstairs so that you can catch the group?
Yeah, I'd like to kind of let the group know, and I have the journal ready to like open up to the map and show them like stuff's going on here.
Yeah. I think Naverst and his 2 companions come into the entrance hall first. Sorry, did you say you're heading downstairs to intercept them, or are you?
What I was hoping was if there was a back hallway. So if I now know about like the ballroom, I don't know if that's gonna let me kind of get behind them as they come in, or if it's small enough that I could just go out the window. Am I too high up?
So you're in the like guest chambers, the guest rooms upstairs. I think like your best bet is like slipping out to the landing of the double staircase and like beckoning your friends to come upstairs ASAP, and hopefully like Naverst and his companions will go through the kitchens back into the servants' quarters anyway.
That will be my sincere hope as I do just that.
Cool. Yeah, so they come in and like Naverst sees you sort of like peering around the corner, and he says, "Oh, hey, Flamingo, these are my companions, Fallow and Edwina," and he gestures to Fallow, an old man frog, wizened, bent over. He's wearing like darkened glasses that are large and obscure his eyes, sunglass style. He has deep green skin and is wearing a baggy black servant robe. He calls up, he says, "Oh, hello, young master. Pleasure to be invited to your home." Naverst, of course, says, "Hey, it's not Flamingo's home. It's Stretch's home. Anyway, this is Edwina Mubb. Say hello." This old woman who's, again, these 2 are sharing a large trunk between them, each one carrying one of the sides of the trunk. She's elderly, she's bent over, she's walking with a cane in her other hand. She has black lace gloves on and a baggy black servant robe. And she says,
"Oh, hello, dearie. It's so nice to see you. Don't you worry, we'll be out in no time. We just have to go get our belongings sorted. I heard there was someone in need of medicine."
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, whatever Fiona has going on, she's really concerned about getting Henley help. So yeah,
we have just the thing to treat you right.
Oh, they're laughing.
They carry the trunk between them back into the servants' quarters. And then you're, of course, Reb Ruiz follows them. And then once the entry hall has been empty and quiet for a minute or 2, your companions stride in through the front door, looking happy and plucky as ever.
Oh, woohoo, hello, we are back. Yahoo, the stretch today.
I try to make luxury arrangements for the Moss Elk, who I believe from now on will be known as Jägermaster.
Jägermaster.
The master of the moss.
That's incredible. I need to create a character sheet for Jägermaster.
I put a good picture in our group chat of what I...
Doesn't Jägermeister have like an elk on it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
God.
Thank you to Anna Arlene in my chat for pointing out that the Jägermeister logo looks a lot like this elk.
And this is going straight in Anna's journal, Jägermaster. So let's see. 1 month from now, this moss elk will make another saving throw.
But between now and then, I'm going to treat it like the deity that it is so much that it's not going to want to leave me. We're going to be friends forever. The charm was only to like smooth the way to our meeting. And I just know that when it wears off, it won't be a big deal.
Don't you know that magical attempts to make friends or find love always backfire?
This one won't, though. That's the thing.
This one's special.
Yeah,
Not this
not
one.
this time.
You see, these people, they delude themselves into thinking it will working, but it could work for us.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is
I've
different.
never seen it work for anyone else, but it could for me.
Yes.
This is a special situation. It's not like the others.
So you've left Jägermaster. Because Jägermaster is actually like directly controlled by your brain. You don't actually even need to tie. I wonder if Jägermaster is a boy elk or a girl elk. Let's find out.
Yeah.
You don't even have to tie him up. He will just hang out happily eating the duckweed that you carried back and like sprinkled around.
He's kind
D'Artagnan.
of drunk all the time too, right?
Yes, he is drunk all the time.
But like high
D'Artagnan-
functioning drunk, just like Babs.
Yeah. D'Artagnan looks incredibly perturbed by this new large quadruped animal, like affronted. So yeah, the 10 of you and Senga step in, and Fiona, what do you do?
Fiona kind of like dives right into the center of the group where like Agnes and Sky and Babs kind of like the core, like, and Strej, who have been there from the beginning. And she wants to bring the attention to the stuff she found in the journal. So she's just gonna whisper right away, like, "We gotta be careful. Are you guys okay?"
Yes, absolutely fine. I have Moss Elk. That's my best friend now.
There were giant leeches. They were not friendly.
Yeah. Congrats on the deer, and I'm sorry about the worms. There is a big problem here at the castle. This guy does not want you here, Strej.
No. He is so happy to see me. He's treating me like a king. Did you see that robe? I like run out and go get the robe or something and come back with the robe. I'm like, it is glorious. My ancestors left it back there for me. All of this.
Yeah, you're beautiful, but listen, he said something about your blood and his veins, and I just felt like it was my responsibility to let you know. Honestly, he doesn't even seem that mad about the rest of us. But you, I feel like I should tell you. And so now I've told you. And you know what? Here, you can read all about it. And I hand Strej the journal.
What do you mean? I skimmed through it. Oh,
Yeah.
This is bad.
So
Bad.
the journal shows.
I like turned the robe like backwards. That makes sense. Like hide the DD sign on it. I'm like, I'll still keep it, but.
The embroidery on the back. Now that you look at the robe, there's even a big embroidered symbol on the back that says SD.
What? Like my grandmom was also Strejalina.
Well, there was a Sterum Duday that you know of.
Oh my god, it's like this was meant for me.
So yes, the journal seems to catalog this man's like loss of his employers and his caretaking of the house after their passing, but then he seems to have some sort of realization that he belongs here and this house is his, and it's, you know, he gave his life to it. And the last entry number 50 reads, "When the blood of Dudet flows in my veins, then shall the house have its true heir."
You know, they've been talking about like getting some of your blood, and like I think that might not be a good idea now.
But what do you want to do?
Well, Fiona,
Do we cancel the feast?
she grabs the book and she points to the line at the top of entry 48, and she says, he said he learned it from some frogs at a school. So, I don't know, maybe take it up with them?
Take it what to who?
These frogs at the school, they got in his head, man. They convinced him that you're the bad frog, but you're the good frog, and I feel like deep down he knows that, but somewhere around entry 48, those canny frogs at the school helped him see that you're not the true heir.
Also, I point to entry 22, Babs does, and says, I want to go to Frogmance. Anyone else? Like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good to me too. Yeah, I agree. I kind of wish we would go there right now.
And you have a map. So the starting point of this map shows a rough sketch of Hall du Day, you know, like slightly cantilevered to the side, you know, columns in the front. And then there's a few landmarks that are sketched along the way. There's like a dotted line and then like a big split stone and then a dotted line and then a field of water lilies.
But that's like from here.
Yeah. A colossal
so we could like
skull.
leave from here and follow that.
Yeah. Plausibly, you could follow this map to ostensibly a place called Frogomance.
Which sounds very real.
I really would like to visit that place, but what do we do about entry 50?
Well, why don't we just like see what happens, and then like if they do something crummy, we'll just fight them.
Yeah, that's like the right way to do things. Well done, Babs. You just like gotta roll with the flow, you know? When the wave is big, you hit in and you hang out and you hang 10, and then when it flattens out, you just swim back out.
I never know what you're saying, but like up top.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe we don't have to panic yet. Maybe I can convince him that I'm on his side, and that I'll treat him extra nice. I'll even share my my robes. There's two more. There's two more. Like there's plenty. There's plenty to go around. Like I know I would be swayed if somebody offered one.
Here, this will help. Babs takes her 2 cups and fills them with ale and gives them to Strej, and she's like, offer him this and just go have a talk. Go have a talk.
Anybody want to come with me?
Scribbles wants to go to record the conversation.
Okay.
Just as described.
If we have some time later, we could go check out the Frogmance.
Frogmance.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. So I guess as he comes home and we come home all festive, we got our huge catfish. I guess we put it in the kitchen. And I'm like, welcome back, my good friend. You have been so nice to the Dudet lineage. I cannot believe how well this house held up thanks to your service. Here, have some beer.
Starum says, oh, yes, well, young master, I do like beer, and I would love to have some, but in fact, I'm still on the clock. So maybe later this evening.
Oh, no. There is no clock with Strej Dudet. Strej Dudet is, peace and happiness and togetherness. Everybody together, assemble under one roof. One roof for all of us. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful day. Why don't you wear one of those beautiful robes?
Starum frowns and says, oh, young master, I just don't. And then Edwina chimes in. She comes hobbling out from the kitchens into the entry hall, and she says, hey, young master, you
You have been spoiled by a life left not among the nobility. You believe in such falsehoods as equality of all intelligent peoples, and that anybody can associate with anyone. But you have been lied to, my friend. No, no. People like myself, like Sterum here, we are not the same as people like you. You are a noble.
She's talking about how noble you are and how you're not supposed to associate with people like her. And
she is certain that as you learn your rightful place in this world, you will come to understand your role in all of this.
But I come from the people. You don't realize my whole life I've just been one of the frogs.
She nods and says,
Yes, yes. Where is your sick friend? I have to
Henley.
medicate Hamley. Good. Lead the. Young master. Is it possible that you have the coin to replace the medicines that I will use for your companion?
Sure, my companion has the coin.
Oh, is your companion a wealthy man? Perhaps from the livelihood that you yourself derive? Another noble? I didn't realize we had a famous visitor.
I'm pretty sure Henley has some coin. How much are we talking?
Oh, just a mere 15 gold coin.
Ooh, geez, we're gonna have to...
And Sterum says, ordinarily I'd pay from the accounts of House Duday, but as we don't know for certain that you are
that makes
the house.
It makes sense. Don't worry. We'll find a way. We'll find a way.
Oh, good.
I go see Henley.
What do you say?
They're asking for 15 gold pieces for medicine for you, Henley.
Henley digs around under the covers in the coin purse that they're still wearing and just throws a bag of 10 gold at you.
We're missing 5. I look at the others.
Fiona puts in 2.
That's sweet. Sure, we have a... I guess...
Babs will give the other 3.
Okay.
Now, it comes to mind, as all of you are doing this, that Strej is asking you all for gold, like 2 coin, 3 coin here and there, while wearing a robe that is probably easily worth 20.
But I still, I don't have more money than any of you, you know? I'm not the Lord! This is a whole...
It's not like, oh, Strej is rich, it's just that you're wearing a robe that's easily worth 20 gold coin. In fact, the old Hall Duday, there's a lot of fancy stuff here. You passed some crystal goblets, some silverware that's probably made of silver.
Well, I mean, there's a chance, like Babs said, that Strej might become the new patron, so we're just seeing how this goes.
Okay.
Or get killed. Either or, really. Okay, so
I was making a mental note.
Yeah, I come back with the 15 gold.
Awesome. Yeah, Edwina takes it from you and counts it, takes one of the coins and opens her toothless gummy jaw and just...
Thank you. This will do nicely. Now, where is the invalid?
I go point to the invalid.
Yeah. She heads upstairs, hobbling with the cane, and comes over to you, Henley, and feels your lymph nodes and puts a cold, bony hand on your forehead. It feels so cool and soothing against your hot, feverish skin.
But even so, when she retracts it, there's a little look like Henley might be trying to bite it.
She says,
the leech fever. Yes, we've seen this out at Blabuton. It's bad. come here. I need to feed you this concoction.
And she brings out some herbs and sprinkles them into a mortar and brings out a pestle and just starts grinding.
She says, you look like such a young, strong boy, and it's so cute. I could just gobble you up.
She just grinds these herbs and pours a little bit of oil, water in there, mixes it around and says,
here, drink this.
Henley looks to Fiona to be like, should I drink this?
Fiona's like, hey, what kind of herbs you got in there?
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? If you don't drink it, you die. If you drink it, you might die, but maybe not.
Henley just trusts Fiona now, so.
Cool.
Yeah, Fiona is going to be very threatening towards Edwina and just be like, you better not hurt Henley. Tell me what that is. Don't touch him. Leave her alone. They do
she
not.
rattles also off a
to
list
me.
of herbs. There's like willow bark and poppy seeds and just a couple of other things. It's like all very reasonable things that are used for medicinal purposes.
Okay. Fiona's gonna like take the potion and like smell it and then like put a pinky in it and like taste it. And when Fiona feels good about it, she's gonna hand it to Henley and be like,
Yeah,
you got
you
this."
do not die.
Henley drinks it all up after Fiona gives it to them.
Henley also does not die. In fact, Henley, you feel like the warmth of this tisane just like flowing through your body. It makes your tummy feel all nice. It makes you feel a little drowsy. And we will learn tomorrow morning that your fever has broken and the risk of death from the leech fever has passed.
Henley just kind of smacks like and falls asleep.
Fantastic.
Good night, sweet Henley. Strange Today gives a little kiss on Henley's head and like pulls the little, like the crap. The thing you use to
Blanket.
sleep. Yeah, blanket. Thank you.
As it is growing quite late in the day, I think there's, a simple meal where, bowls of alternately chicken soup or sticky glutinous stew are served around. The servants elect to eat back in the servants' quarters, leaving the table for the companions here.
Mm-hmm.
And
I do offer them to eat at the table. I'm like, please join us,
Yeah.
my friends.
Fallow says, "Oh no, young master, no. We'll eat back where the help should eat." And then he retreats back.
The help. We help each other. Fine. Eat wherever you are, but know that you are welcome to join us.
The evening passes fairly uneventfully, and the 12 of you tuck down into your various beds. Strej, are you staying in the master bedroom?
No. I'm gonna bring my bathrobe upstairs and like maybe some like really fancy blankets written like SD on it, embroidered.
Yeah.
And yeah, before going to bed, I would like to prepare some very nice tea. That's a tradition of the family, and I will stop by the servants' quarter to offer them a nightcap, a little offering to thank you for your service all these years.
They're all already drinking tea, and they look at you, and they just like shake their heads. Oh, no, thank you. Please, you should drink the tea.
I will drink it too, but I wanted to thank you. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, have a good night.
They duck their heads and say good night. Now, which one of you was it who had all those gems from the statue of Bugbubills?
I believe it is Babs.
It's Babs? Fantastic.
Yeah.
Does Babs have everything? She has that. She has the ring of Zutula that we're supposed to find as well, which somehow she has.
The fire ring, yeah, totally.
Maybe.
The moss.
So-
Okay, yeah, she's got it all.
As
The
you
pets.
down for sleep tonight, You drop off fairly quickly. Henley sleeps deeply and restfully. It's very nice. The house itself creaks loudly and ominously at night, occasionally waking you, and you hear like the sounds of strange like chirpings or like the moanings of animals out in the swamp. Babs, you hear something that the others do not. You hear something large splash crash its way up to the house. And then after a few moments of silence, you hear the sound of something splash crashing its way away from the house. And then all of a sudden, it's morning. And that is where we will end episode 8 of Pawns and Patrons. We will say our goodbyes.
I don't like that you were asking me about my gems. I don't like that. Don't like it.
Fiona did not sleep a wink. She sat at the end of the bed all night.
It's like holding her eyes open.
Yes, Stretch also didn't sleep well. Like, Stretch enjoyed the bathrobe, though. Like, he's been kind of self-petting his arms. Like, oh, the comfort,
So
the life of luxury.
So luxurious.
If only they wouldn't kill me. How great would that be?
So, friends, would you tell me a little bit about what's coming up for you, where these fine people can find you on the internet if they're not already aware, and I'll hand it off to Jen.
Hey, thank you for watching. It was super fun. Sorry, I don't know what my internet's doing right now. You can follow me at Livinpink on Twitch. I stream every Tuesday or Wednesday night at 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm semi-reliable, really. but I always stream once per week around those times. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I also will be doing another D&D show next Thursday with the cast of Eberron. So I'll be tweeting about that too. So hope to see you there. Thank you for watching.
Awesome. Anna, how about you?
Next week on Tuesday is Knights of Evening Star from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific, where I play Agnes, the Wildfire Druid, in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons on the official D&D channel. And Friday, Extra Brains will be back, which is a talk show where we take your prompts, submissions, questions, anything you want to talk about, and we lend you some extra brain power to just brainstorm and talk about anything that is on your mind. I don't think we have a theme this week, so if you want to submit anything that you think would be fun to talk about, get advice on, whatever, then use !submit in my chat and you can get the link to submit through Google form. And if you're like, man, I would love some stylish and yet comfortable streetwear to, bolster my wardrobe in the transition between quarantine and being out in public, may I suggest cantripbrand.com, where you can find fantasy-inspired streetwear for all of your inside or outside needs.
Awesome.
I tag Rachel.
Two things I want to back up Anna on here. One, Cantrip, very fancy, very nice. I hear they make you wear clothes outside. I haven't been there in a while, but what better time to prepare? 2, Extra Brains on Friday that Anna does is an excellent show. Her and DJ Wheat represent a huge wealth of knowledge both in this industry and in real life. And I have been popping in as a viewer and just really enjoying the show and really enjoying the discussions. Definitely scratches that itch for intellectual conversation. So definitely going to hard recommend Anna's show on Friday there.
Thanks.
Also, Wednesday next week is the final episode of Red Sky City, which has been our Cyberpunk 2044 campaign. It has been so much fun. I've been playing with Bren and Sideshow and Golden Boy, and then this season, Kelly Link and Necra. We are bringing back a huge chunk of the cast for our final episode, and it's going to be special. And I hope you join us. It's on the DN Peak channel. Letter D, letter N, the word peak. Is where it'll be at. Or you can follow me here and watch it on my channel on Wednesday. But it's in the middle of the afternoon. I hope you join us.
Neil.
I will be doing Legends of Arcadia Genesis tomorrow on my channel, twitch.tv/Koibu, if I am well, because right after this, I'm going to go off and get my first vaccine shot. So we'll see if I'm alive tomorrow. Yeah.
Woo!
And
Good stuff.
Steven.
Yeah. thank you for watching, everybody. That was super fun. Thank you for playing. I love playing with you all. You all do such fun things with this show. So we will let you all know via our social media channels when you can expect the next one. So expect around 4 weeks. And I think that's it for me. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch at Silent Osiris. The O is 0. And I think that's all I've got. Every week on Wednesdays, of course, I play The Sunfall Cycle, a 5th edition Dark Souls inspired game over on twitch.tv/Jesse Cox. So if that sounds like your jam, we would love to see you over there. And that's it for us today. We'll see you next time.
Thanks so much, Steven. Thank you, everybody.